Where do you want me to start? What do you want me to tell you?
Tell me about him. Who is he? What's he? You know.
I ain't gonna tell you too much.
I know he played basketball.
He does play basketball. Him and Dad actually have a lot of similarities. He used to play for the Kings like years ago. So
hold on. Wait, stop the press. He used to play for the Kings?
Yes.
Shannon, you lying to me. You kept this close to your chest like I've never seen, Benna.
What started as whispers and online rumors has turned into a shocking and devastating reality for reality. TV star Jackie Christie and her daughter Chantel Christie. After a long and complicated legal process, both women have been sentenced to prison. What once looked like a glamorous lifestyle filled with designer clothes, red carpet events, and luxury vacations has now been replaced with courtrooms, handcuffs, and beige prison jumpsuits.
Y'all been sitting here entertaining me.
do you hear yourself?
Stop it.
Look how you look as a mother.
Don't touch me.
This isn't just a case of celebrity trouble. The charges brought against them are extremely serious, far beyond a minor mistake or a simple legal slip-up. Jackie and Chantel have been convicted of financial crimes that stretched out over many years, hidden under layers of false companies, misleading paperwork, and lies to the government. Their downfall shocked fans who once admired them and believed in the successful, strong family image they promoted. But how exactly did things get to this point? How did Jackie Christie, a woman who seemed to have it all, end up in this situation? Let's take a closer look at what really happened.
I can be anybody you want me to be. You want me to be in a scary movie? You want me to play a girl screaming and scream? Ah! I can do all of that. I need to put on a gun belt. I want to go down the dark alleys. I want to jump over the fence. I want to hurt myself in these movies.
You want to do your own stuff?
I want to have sex in the movies, not real but I want to look like I am.
Okay.
Jackie Christie first rose to fame on Basketball Wives, where she quickly became one of the most talked about cast members. From the beginning, Jackie demanded attention. Whether she was throwing lavish parties or arguing with castmates at the dinner table, she always made sure the cameras were locked on her. She built her public image around being bold, dramatic, and unafraid to speak her mind. With her husband, former NBA player Joe Christie, by her side, Jackie's image was one of wealth, stability, and family success. She often spoke about her business ventures, her role as a mentor for women, and her goal of building an empire. She dressed the part, acted the part, and convinced many fans that she was living the dream. Her daughter Chantel was often seen beside her, sometimes on the show and sometimes in promotional posts on social media. While Jackie continued building her reality TV fame, Chantel started crafting her own brand. She leaned into the world of beauty, fashion, and influencer marketing. She had the look, the style, and the charisma that made her appealing to younger followers. Jackie even called her the mini-me and often promoted Chantel's supposed business ventures as joint family efforts. From the outside, they looked like a powerhouse duo, a mother-daughter team rising together in the worlds of entertainment and business. But things weren't always what they seemed.
I don't really recall like a family photo that we all took together. She was always like the outcast. Like my mom would go as far as to, Car, you have to run on the treadmill, and Shanny, you stand there and watch her, and you write down what time she got on and what time she got off. It's ridiculous. Like, she's like 12. I'm like 8. Like, you want me to stand here and watch her run on this treadmill because she's not the size that I am, or she's not the color that I am.
While the public saw photos of private jets, expensive vacations, and luxury handbags, some people began to question how Jackie and Chantel were affording their lifestyle. The VH1 paycheck could only go so far, and neither woman was known for major roles in film or big corporate success. Fans began to notice that while Jackie constantly spoke about owning businesses and making investments, there was very little proof. Chantel was also rumored to have launched several ventures, but none of them seemed to gain real traction. Still, the money flowed. That's when things took a darker turn.
Hello. It was rude of me. I didn't introduce myself. I'm Chantel. I'm Jackie's daughter. Nice to meet you. I'm Chantel, Jackie's daughter. Nice to meet you.
An anonymous tipster provided investigators with a large collection of documents, audio recordings, and financial records. These materials painted a disturbing picture of fraud that had been going on for years. Fake companies, stolen identities, and misused public funds were at the center of it all. Federal authorities quickly got involved due to the seriousness of the claims and the strength of the evidence. Behind the scenes, a quiet but thorough investigation was launched by the IRS and other agencies. They tracked down strange financial transactions, discovered multiple bank accounts, and found that several of Chantel's supposed companies didn't even operate in any real way. They had no employees, no tax records, and no actual services offered yet. They were receiving large sums of money. The investigation uncovered everything from forged documents and fake employees to false loan applications and money laundering schemes. Some of the government loans were meant for struggling businesses during hard times, but Jackie and Chantel were accused of using them for personal gain.
Blows my mind. It really just, it disgusts me, because that was another thing. Like, for years, my sister and I, we didn't speak to each other. No relationship whatsoever, because she always played us against each other. She's fat and she's black and you're skinny and you need to stay in shape and you're the model, and it blows my mind.
Both Jackie and Chantel were tied to various pieces of evidence. Investigators found that they had claimed fake business losses and requested large amounts of relief money from the government. Some of the loans had Jackie's name on them, others had Chantel's. But the pattern was clear together. They were working the system. The federal government moved quickly. Warrants were issued. Homes were raided. Electronics and records were taken. It became a full-blown criminal case with several serious charges: tax evasion, fraud, conspiracy, and money laundering among them. What shocked many was the level of detail. Jackie and Chantel hadn't just made a mistake. Prosecutors said they had created a whole structure of fake companies and nonprofit organizations that looked real on paper but didn't actually exist in practice. These shell companies were used to move money around in ways that confused even experienced investigators. Some of the businesses were even linked to Jackie's husband, Joe Christie. While Joe was never charged, and authorities made it clear he wasn't directly involved, his name appeared in some of the paperwork. It later came out that the addresses tied to some of these companies were just P.O. boxes or rented spaces used for a few weeks. When the trial began, all eyes were on Jackie and Chantel. Jackie arrived in designer clothing, but the usual glamour was gone. The courtroom was filled with tension. Prosecutors laid out a mountain of evidence, including bank records, emails, and even recorded phone calls between Jackie and Chantel. One of the most damning pieces of evidence came from those recordings. In one conversation, Jackie was allegedly heard advising her daughter on how to move money between different accounts without drawing attention. She instructed her to keep the amount small to avoid detection. It wasn't confusion, it was calculated. The court also heard from former associates and friends. Some admitted they had signed documents without understanding them. Others testified that Jackie promised them money or favors if they helped. One even claimed she was trained by Jackie on how to create fake employee documents to qualify for relief funds. In exchange for immunity, she shared the details of the plan. Chantel eventually broke down on the witness stand. Through tears, she said she always wanted to please her mother and trusted her completely. She admitted she didn't fully understand some of the papers she signed, but went along with it because she believed in Jackie. Jackie, on the other hand, stayed mostly calm. She denied wrongdoing and tried to present the situation as a misunderstanding. But when the guilty verdict was read, her calm began to crack. The judge did not hold back. Jackie was described as a highly skilled manipulator who used her fame to carry out a complex scam. She was sentenced to 20 years in federal prison. Chantel, who had cooperated to some extent and shown remorse, received a 12-year sentence. The reaction was swift. On social media, fans were stunned. One wrote, "I used to love Jackie's wild personality on Basketball Wives, but this is a whole different level of wrong." Another said, "She talked about loyalty every episode while stealing from real people." Some fans even went back to old clips from the show, saying that Jackie's displays of wealth now looked suspicious instead of impressive. Victims also came forward. Small business owners said they were promised deals or support that never happened. An elderly couple revealed they donated over $50,000 to one of Jackie's fake charities because they believed in her message about helping youth. Now, their money was gone, no refund, no explanation. Jackie and Chantel weren't the only ones affected. Joe Christie found himself in the middle of the storm. While he wasn't accused of anything, his name was in some of the records. Sponsors pulled away, and sports media outlets questioned his silence. 4 days after sentencing, he reportedly filed for legal separation, shocked by the depth of the betrayal. VH1 took action too. Episodes of Basketball Wives featuring Jackie were quietly removed. The network made no public statement, but insiders said the name Christie had become too toxic for TV. Brands that once partnered with Jackie ended their deals, and plans for syndication were frozen. The story ended not with a dramatic final TV moment, but with silence. Jackie and Chantel were led out of the courtroom in prison uniforms, their hands cuffed, their futures shattered. No cameras, no flashy exits, just two women whose world had completely fallen apart. Jackie Christie's journey from reality TV royalty to convicted felon is a painful reminder of how quickly fame can turn into infamy. She once stood as a symbol of strength, confidence, and success. Now, she is a warning, a reminder that even the most admired public figures can fall, especially when greed takes over. This case shook fans, destroyed reputations, and revealed a dark underbelly behind the smiles and designer clothes. It wasn't just about money. It was about trust that Jackie and Chantel broke over and over again, while pretending to be something they weren't. What do you think about this shocking fall from grace? Did the punishment fit the crime? Were you surprised by the verdict? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more in-depth stories that reveal what really goes on behind the scenes.